Hi guys, I'm so excited that you are joining me. Today I'm going to share 7 things I learned when I went dairy and gluten free. Hi guys, and welcome to my channel where I balance my life and hormones. I'm Mary Cherry. So excited that you are joining me today. I'm going to talk about 7 things I learned when I went dairy and gluten free. Stay tuned to the end because I have more information about how to join my 10-day challenge of going dairy and gluten free. So let's get into it. So the first thing I learned was that I can lose weight by going dairy and gluten free. So exciting. So for 21 days, I lost 6 pounds. And I was so excited about that because as a woman with PCOS, endometriosis, especially that PCOS insulin factor, losing weight is such a challenge. So losing weight was just so incredibly awesome for me. And at that point, I reached my 10-pound mark losing weight. So excited. The second thing I learned is that I should be talking to myself, I really needed to check all the labels. Just going through the ingredients list and Googling different ingredients and seeing if that ingredient contained dairy and gluten. So this process, that 21 days was a bit challenging, but I had to just make sure I did my homework. Even the foods I bought in the stores, just always checking the food labels. If I bought any food out, which I'll talk about one of my things I learned, having takeout was pretty much a challenge. Pretty much a challenge. There we go. The third thing I learned is that if the label says it is dairy free, does not mean it's actually gluten free as well, and vice versa. If something is gluten free, it doesn't mean it's dairy free. So definitely check your labels. Do not assume something is dairy or gluten free. And yeah, definitely make sure you do that. The fourth thing I learned is that eating out is not impossible, but it does have its challenges. I remember we ordered food from On the Border. I ordered a taco salad with no cheese on it, no sour cream. And when I got home, 20 minutes, 30 minutes later, I saw that I had shredded cheese all over my salad. I was so discouraged. I just was like, am I going to eat this? I'm just going to give up. I'm just going to eat all this cheese. Like, how am I going to pick through all this cheese? But I was so determined, and I just made sure I put the shredded cheese to the side. And yeah, so even if you do order food without dairy or gluten, there could be a mistake. This also happened at Taco Bell. I ordered one of those I ordered one of those Chipotle bowls, and I asked for no cheese, no sour cream. And of course, when I got home, 10-15 minutes later, I had cheese and sour cream on my Chipotle bowl, and had to go drive back to the store and ask for a new one. So if you are going to eat out, make sure you do not leave the parking lot. Check your food first. Make sure it's dairy gluten free, and then go home. Fifth thing I learned is that dairy and gluten can cause your body to elevate your insulin. And if you watch my last video, make sure you watch it. But in my last video, I talk about how high insulin impacts your body, impacts your cycle, impacts your hormones. So high insulin is not good with women with PCOS, and most people, high insulin causes some metabolic disorders such as hypertension, diabetes, fatty liver, all this stuff. Like, having high insulin is not good for anyone. Again, especially women with PCOS, and high insulin is actually the root cause of PCOS. So decreasing your dairy and gluten can decrease your insulin spikes, decrease your insulin secretion, and helping with your PCOS and your PCOS symptoms. The sixth thing I learned is that dairy and gluten can cause inflammation in the body, and I knew that, right? Like, sometimes when I'm done eating dairy and gluten, I have to run to the bathroom. It does not sit well with me. And also PCOS and other hormonal reproductive disorders, your body is in a constant state of inflammation. So just adding more dairy and gluten to your body does not help with your inflammation. So I do believe that was a part of the reason why I was losing weight. My body was decreasing, was eliminating the inflammation. because I was cutting out or not eating I can't say the word, because I wasn't eating inflammatory foods. There we go. And the last tip, or the last thing I should say I learned about going dairy and gluten free is that overall I just felt better. And maybe it was in my head, or maybe I really was just getting more energy, but just deliberately making healthy food choices just made me feel better. I woke up in a good mood. So yeah, definitely going gluten and dairy free definitely just made me feel better overall as a person. So I definitely recommend to anyone, you do not have to have PCOS, endometriosis, or underactive thyroid to go dairy gluten free. It's pretty much something healthy to do for anyone and everyone, especially because if you do have some health problems, decreasing the inflammation in your body, decreasing insulin will help you so much you have no idea. Last thing I want to share with you guys is next week and next Monday, I am starting my 10-day challenge going dairy and gluten free. So if you are interested in going or transitioning to dairy free gluten lifestyle, please make sure you go to my description box and sign up there. I'm going to be posting videos and giving you meal ideas and a shopping list during this 10 days. So I hope you join. I think it will be very, very helpful for you guys. And I will say too, after going dairy and gluten free for 21 days, I did incorporate dairy and gluten back into my lifestyle. However, I definitely see how I'm not craving cheeses, I'm not craving milk and cream. Like, I will have it, but it's something I have occasionally. And I have to run because someone's at my door. I will talk to you guys soon. Thanks. Bye.